Picture this: the dazzling lights of the 1970s, the infectious melodies of ABBA. The world watched as four Swedish musicians became pop royalty. Their music was pure magic, unforgettable, timeless, electric. But behind the sequins, the harmonies, the sold-out stadiums, a storm was brewing. At the heart of it all, Benny Andersson and Anni-Frid, a love story that the world envied. A musical empire that seemed unshakable, a bond that looked unbreakable. But beneath the perfect smiles, the cracks were already forming. Cracks that wouldn't just damage ABBA, they would destroy them. For years, fans believed ABBA's breakup was inevitable, shifting musical trends, personal differences, creative exhaustion. But now, Benny speaks, and the truth? It's darker than anyone imagined. Anni-Frid, the warrior, the firebrand, the woman who commanded the stage with her husky voice, hypnotic presence, and undeniable power. But behind the glitter and the glamour, her love with Benny was falling apart. Passion turned to conflict. Clashes over music became deeply personal. And then, the ultimate betrayal. The rumors of infidelity weren't just whispers. They were the truth. And when Anni-Frid discovered the extent of Benny's unfaithfulness, the devastation was absolute. She felt betrayed, humiliated. The love they built, the partnership they had, the empire they ruled, all gone in an instant. By 1981, it was over. But the pain? That never faded. Even after ABBA dissolved, the resentment lingered. She saw Benny as cold, detached. He saw her as fiery, uncontrollable. Two souls that once created magic together, now locked in an unspoken war. But Benny wasn't the only battle in Anni-Frid's life. Because while the world danced to Dancing Queen and Take a Chance on Me, something much deeper, much darker, was playing out behind closed doors. ABBA's two women, Frida and Agnetha. To the world, they were friends, sisters in song, two halves of a perfect harmony. But behind the scenes, a silent war raged. Frida, the dark, dramatic powerhouse. Agnetha, the golden girl, the voice that soared. The fans picked favorites. The media fueled the rivalry. Who would sing lead? Who would be on the album covers? Who was ABBA's real star? The tension grew and grew and grew. By the time ABBA collapsed, their friendship was beyond repair. To the public, they parted as friends. But insiders knew the truth. Yet Frida's greatest battle didn't start with ABBA. No, it began the moment she was born. Norway. A world still healing from war. A child enters the world, branded an outcast before she could even walk. Her mother had loved a German soldier, and for that, she was shamed, cast aside, hated. Frida, a child of the enemy, a stain on Norwegian blood. She was rejected by her homeland. She was abandoned by her past. Her mother fled, seeking refuge in Sweden. But the scars of rejection, of exile, of shame, they never truly heal. And just when Frida thought she had escaped her past, it came back to haunt her. Her father, the man she believed was dead, was alive. But the reunion, it wasn't a fairy tale. No embrace, no happy ending, just silence. Frida's life after ABBA was supposed to be a fresh start. She wanted stability. She found it in royalty, a princess, a castle, a dream life in Switzerland. But behind the fairy tale facade, she was trapped in another cage. Prince Heinrich Russo, influential, powerful, controlling. For a woman who had spent her entire life fighting for independence, she found herself once again pushed into submission. And then, the tragedy that shattered everything. A car accident. The unthinkable. Her daughter, gone, just gone. For Frida, the world stopped. The music faded. The fire inside her dimmed. She withdrew. She disappeared. The warrior had lost her last battle. For years, she lived in silence. No concerts, no interviews. Just echoes of a life that gave her everything and took everything away. Now, as Benny speaks, the world is left asking, who was Anni-Frid? A victim of fate, or a woman whose passion, fire, and unbreakable spirit shaped her destiny? One thing is certain, ABBA's story will never be the same again.